Hello people, it's Landon here, and I haven't done a sit-down video in a little bit of time, so thought I'd do one tonight. Happy 2025, we made it to the middle of the decade, so that's exciting. I'm gonna be 30, well, wait a second, I'm gonna be 30, I'm gonna be 40 this year. That's crazy, I'm middle age, so this is literally the last of my 30s. And then on top of that, we got some like political weirdness happening in Canada. I'm sure in hindsight it's gonna be like okay, but it just made me really think, there are situations that we're in where we make a decision and that decision is we don't do anything, and then in hindsight we're like, dang it, we should have done something. And let me just give you a really good example, because this example has actually been weighing on me for quite some time. I've never told you guys this before. After I sold my house in Regina in 2021 and I started traveling around in my RAV4, I ended up in Edmonton. I met this really attractive guy. He worked for the military, started hanging out with him. He had free housing. I was really thinking this could be my life and so forth. So I ended up getting a job. I applied to be a salesperson at a Toyota dealership. If you come up to me today and ask me which dealership it was, I'll 100% let you know, but I'm not going to put that on the internet. Just in general, it turns out dealerships are horrible, horrible places. When I got hired at this dealership, you can't sell a car for the first several weeks because you have to like train up and do this test. I think it was called AMVIC. And the whole idea is do this training because you're not supposed to fraud people and then throw it in the garbage because, my God, that's what we do. When I was job shadowing, I was with the sales guy, and I would say he's probably in his 50s. He was actually a pretty good sales guy in terms of honesty. He really prided himself in being like a trustworthy person. And we had a woman come in. She wanted to get herself a new SUV, and she was on the fence about either getting a RAV4 or a Hyundai Santa Fe. And as I'm like there just to sort of job shadow, I'm not supposed to say anything. But I guess she just saw the look on my face when she said Hyundai Santa Fe. She's like, what's wrong? And I said, well, like literally resale value in terms of reliability, go with the Toyota. Like it's just like a no-brainer, right? So I kind of aided in making the sale in that situation. So it ultimately made me feel a little bit guilty because of what happened next. They came up with basically the price and everything. She ended up getting a Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium, which is a nice vehicle. It's got like the faux leather seats, bigger screen on the inside, nicer rims, and they went with $40,000 taxes in. The sales guy then gets the paperwork and so forth set up with the sales manager. And the sales manager gave him the paperwork. They go into the office, or maybe they didn't get into the office. They were still in like the sales tower. Being this trustworthy sales guy, he says to his manager, oh, we agreed on $40,000. It says 42 right here. And the manager literally smiled and says, she won't even know. Just have her sign it. We went back into the sales guy's office and the woman signed it. And I think she was financing, so I'm sure her payments didn't change. Whatever they agreed on or whatever. But the total sale price, through the mystery of finances or whatever, she ended up paying $2,000 more for the car than they agreed upon. In hindsight, I only worked there 5 weeks. So like I should have been like, this price is messed up. I would have got fired. But at least, I would have saved her some money, or maybe she would have walked out the door. I don't know. It's just a really good example of like, in the moment, you might make a decision of not making a decision at all. But in hindsight, you're like, dang it, I should have done this or I should have done that. Wanted to get that out. There's so many stories I could tell you about the car dealership alone. I could probably be here forever telling you all sorts of weird and like horrible things that you would never get away with in any other situation. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. We'll chat later. You take care. Bye.